Hello folks, and welcome to day 26 of the challenge. And today was another unremarkable day, but Tuesdays are always Toastmasters evenings. I belong to two Toastmasters clubs. My original club is Blarney Toastmasters, which is about a 40-minute drive from here, and they meet on the second and fourth Tuesdays of each month. But on the first and third Tuesdays, it's my local club, which I set up some 3.5 years ago, which is Lee Valley Speakers. And one of the things I've been wanting to do for some time is to make a video which we could use as publicity material for the club. So at this evening's meeting, I'm going to film the whole, or I'm going to attempt to film the whole meeting. So let's see how it goes.
Welcome everybody to meeting number 63 of Lee Valley Speakers, our first meeting of the year, so Happy New Year to everybody.
Our first speaker is to be evaluated by Ted Malamphy, so I call upon Ted to present the speech object.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and especially Evelina, the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organised, well-researched speech on any topic.
Thank you, Madam Toastmasters. Fellow Toastmasters, welcome guest. I will be talking today about archaeology of Macroom bypass.
Our second speech tonight will be presented by Margaret Lucy.
Margaret is fortunate that she only has to give a speech on whatever she wants to give. It's one of those nice things about pathways.
Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. I suppose it's that time of year when we're beginning to start thinking of new beginning, new promises, and making change.
And now, fellow Toastmasters, we look forward to a most entertaining table topic session.
As I said before, the point of the topic session is to practice in a safe environment the art of speaking off the cuff. Will robots rule the world?
Mr. Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, I won't say I'm apoplectic from the point of view of getting a stroke, but you must have been at one of my meetings where I gave a speech on the very same topic about robots, because already that particular technology has taken over the world. I made the point then that Uber is the biggest taxi company in the world, yet it doesn't own a vehicle. Airbnb is the biggest hotel in the world, yet it doesn't own a single bedroom. So technology, and this is a classic example of technology and why robots are going to use the world. And I also used a description that my grandson, who is now 6 months old, will never have to drive a car because he will be in a driverless car. He will never ever own a driving license because he won't need to own a driving license. So this is one of the things about technology and robots. Effectively, our cars are going to become robots to transport us from A to B, which I think is fantastic, because you think of people who are visually impaired. They have to get taxis, they have to get buses. They will now be able to get into their own car and they will be able to go to exactly where they want to go, and they're going to be safe. And since we're speaking about cars, the manufacture of cars has changed dramatically from the time that Mr. Ford invented the Model T, because now they're completely assembled by robots. You can do the welding, you can tighten the nuts, everything is done by robots. So I wonder if God spares us for the next 20 years, how many of our jobs will be done by robots? Mr. Toastmaster, Topics Master.
It gives me great pleasure to call on our General Evaluator for this evening, who is Toastmaster Alan Rees. Alan is the Area Director, and he is a member of the West Cork Club, which meets, I'm told, every Saturday morning in the Celtic Ross Hotel.
Can I start by thanking you for the welcome you're giving? This is the second time I've visited this club in the last couple of months. It is a great pleasure. This is a club of very high calibre indeed, and you deserve, and I have no doubt you will get, new members that will match that calibre.
Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, but especially Evelina. Evelina, thank you for a fantastic speech. I have so many questions that I could have asked. Evelina, thank you for a fantastic speech. I absolutely loved it. Watch out for the couple of recommendations, but I loved that speech and I'm hoping to hear more about your archaeology. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Ted. Excellent evaluation. Really enjoyed that. I think, and I'm sure everyone will have got a lot out of that as well. But I particularly liked was the encouragement that you gave. And move on. Our next evaluator is Moira O'Brien, and she is going to evaluate Margaret's speech.
Betsy forgave me the odd scratch. Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters, and most especially Max. I really enjoyed that speech. I really enjoyed it. You chose to make it a story. And believe me, the best speeches. So, just in summary, watch your speed, come out from the lectern if you can. It was very well crafted, you had very confident delivery, but most of all, I loved the personalisation. So, thank you very much.
Three little words after listening to these two evaluations, which was I feel inadequate. And you are very fortunate in this club to have Moira here to set the standard and maintain the standard and to coach you and encourage you through your evaluations. So next we'll move on to the grammarian's report.
What I did was I took a note of the number of uses of the word of the day, which was 4, including my own use of it, Ted and Moira. And what I did was I made a note of some of the nice quotes that I thought were the nice uses of words.
Thank you, Claire. We have joked about Claire having lots of jobs because you put up with more than enough of me already. It's great to see us. Good to be here just as a meeting representative.
There's a high caliber club. You want to attract high caliber people, and we have that already.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of attracting more.
But we lack in quantity, we have in quality.
Thanks very much. Enjoy the rest of January, and we'll see you back on the 5th of February.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
Well, that was just a taster of what a Toastmasters meeting is like. And obviously this is just one club, my own club, Lee Valley Speakers, and other clubs may do things slightly differently, but we have a great time. We thoroughly enjoy our meetings. There's lots of laughter and there's lots of learning. Well, that's it for today. I'm glad I've finally got this episode out, and I will see you again in the next episode. Bye for now.